Hello and welcome to this Scandinavia event. This will be a breakdown of everything that you need to know. I've made a top 5 list of what I think are the best things you can learn from this event, and this will be in my particular order. Number 1 would be the Berserkers Rage Amulet. When an ally goes down, generally the enemy will already have someone down, or at least close to falling, so this can be a real advantage. If the enemy hasn't got anyone weak by the time that you lose an ally, the odds are you was never going to win that fight in the first place. The second choice would be the Destroyer of Giants Mace. This as standard comes with a high chance of stunning an opponent, but with a particular rune added, it will be able to stun a small area very frequently, making it very effective versus other tanks. Number 3 would be the Ice Walker outfit. This will be extremely effective for Roman level 11 players, as it will surely activate very quickly and stop the enemy mages from using their powerful sets for a short time, at least giving you a window for opportunity. Number 4 would be the Destroyer of Giants Plate Mail. It's never a bad thing when your tanks can't be killed, so paired with the Horned Helmet or the Anchor will be a massive combo beating your enemies or even when the bosses now that they're out. Number 5 lastly, I'd say the Audacity Ring. This won't be effective for quite a few people, but for anyone that's thrown from level 11 will know that it's all about burst damage and healing, so whoever this affects will surely die quickly, giving you an extra man advantage. That is my top 5 list. I'd say they're the best things to go for. Unfortunately, this event hasn't been the best for items. I think the outfits themselves do look really cool, but it can somewhat feel lacking in its items compared to previous events, and it's such a shame because I can't see myself replacing any of my previous items. As far for people needing new items, this is still going to be a nice boost to your squads. The passes come in a Golden Pass for $9.99 and a Golden Pass Plus with 15 levels for $18.99. Unless you won't have much time on this 20-day event, then please don't buy the more expensive one for extra levels. This really isn't the event to do so. The items aren't as good as the previous events, and you might as well save your money and spend it on the better events coming in the future, and especially there could be anything to do with the clan territories that might require money in the future. So, how can you earn crowns? The amount of crowns you earn will depend on what throne room you are. So just remember, anything that I say will be for throne room level 11, and you will receive less for lower levels, but you'll basically get the gist of what I'm saying. Objectives are a great way to earning chunks of crowns, especially the ones that come every week for up to 3 weeks, but at least there's going to be one that comes around every day, so it's a nice and easy way to get a fair amount of crowns at the same time. Invasions are an easy way, but only earn me 35 for completing all 10 fights. It's still worth doing to receive your torch and ticket at the same time, and it gives you a little bit of crowns for doing that whole thing. Arenas can earn you 4 crowns for every fight you win, so a total of up to 20 crowns. This would be great for anyone who can win between 4 to 5 fights, and then you can just rinse and repeat and continue doing that. If you're struggling in arenas, then make sure you subscribe for my arena guide that will be coming out in the future. Gem-Base can earn you a total of up to 50 crowns for completing all 15 fights. You only earn them for winning certain waypoints, which will be the same for every throne room that you're going to be at, so just make sure that you can complete the specific levels that you can reach and just try your best with that. Dungeons will vary on the amount of crowns you can earn depending on how many waypoints there are, but the first waypoint will always earn you 1 crown, and the rest will be getting you 2 crowns, including the bosses, which is a bit of a shame because they're bosses, but that's how it is. You can attack players, which for my throne room earns me 3 crowns, which isn't too bad if I'm already playing to attack people for resources, but it's quite costly compared to the other ways of earning crowns. Winning clan wars can earn you 25 crowns, so it's nothing special, but if you're already aiming for a specific clan war chest, it's a little extra perk, which is always nice. The portal earns you between 5 to 10 crowns per waypoint with a chest on it, so you're only able to do these particular levels once per week when it reopens, so you might as well do them for some quick and easy crowns if you're able to, and these can't be repeated, so just make sure that you just do it once and then it's out the way. So if you want to know how to earn the most crowns possible in the quickest time and resources spent, then here's a quick breakdown guide for you. This will be very similar to my Jurassic event, so for anyone that's basically already watched that, it's going to be pretty similar in many ways. The main way to earn a good amount of crowns would be by doing objectives, mainly the weekly ones. Focus on these as best you can and make sure you complete all of them to your best ability obviously, and these can give you the best amount of crowns as quickly as possible as well. The second best way would be doing gem-base, as they only take up to 5 minutes on ×2 speed, and obviously it take 10 minutes roughly for people who haven't got the premium, and this can earn you up to 50 crowns per time, which is a pretty sweet way to go. If you need help with gem-base, then make sure you check out my playlist in the description to give you any tips that you might be wanting. The third best way would be doing arenas, if you can win at least 4 fights at a time, more times than not. This is because it doesn't take a lot of time, but this will only work for people who can actually win lots of fights, so if this isn't for you, then just ignore this stage entirely. If you can't do arenas, then a consistent way of earning crowns is doing dungeons, ideally with friends because it's quicker. If you partner up properly and you can rush through dungeons in 5 to 15 minutes, this is depending on how far you get and how small the dungeon is, and then you can just rinse and repeat this way. And by doing it this way you can improve your squad to do arenas for the next event when that comes out, making it much easier for you to actually earn crowns in many different areas. It's also better spending your resources on things that would actually help you in the long run, more than just like attacking people in PvPs. The next best option would be doing portals, because I think you can do them rather quickly and they only come around once a week, and there's only specific levels that you need to do them, and the crowns they give you are okay, and you can always be working towards something in the portal anyways. Lastly, I would say that PvPs would be the worst option to do if you're looking to get crowns. It is quick, but unfortunately you'll be spending a lot of apples, and if you spend the same amount of apples on dungeons, you'd be earning a lot more crowns and improving your squad at the same time. So that would be the best option to be going for over that, and PvPs unfortunately just is the worst right now. As I mentioned before, I wouldn't say this is the best event for people to spend their money, but it's not by no means a terrible event either, especially if you need the new items anyway. This is a very similar breakdown to the Jurassic event because they literally are just very similar in the way that they do it with the crowns and the best ways of earning them, so that's probably why it looks so similar. I hope you have enjoyed this Scandinavia challenge event guide breakdown, and yeah, have an amazing day and see you in the next one hopefully.